Dear students, I am going to tell about the nucleophilic substitution reactions in haloalkanes. This topic is very important because it covers SN1 and SN2 reactions. Useful topic with the examination point of view and other competitive examinations. So I start with introduction. Haloalkanes of all category 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reaction when an attacking nucleophile attacks on the sp3 carbon to which a halogen atom is bonded, Number 2, what is region? Why haloalkanes undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction at the carbon which is bonded to halogen atom? What is region? Region because it is the CX bond. The CX bond is polar. Due to electronegativity difference between carbon and halogen atom shown as the CX bond is polar due to electronegativity difference between carbon and the halogen atom shown as. So this is carbon bonded to halogen atom. These are the valencies of the carbon. So the electronegativity difference between carbon and the halogen atom is more, so it requires partial negative charge, and carbon requires positive negative charge. And the attacking nucleophile, this nucleophile, it is attacking, it attacks over this one and this goes out. So this is nucleophile and this is X minus. This is your substrate, and a molecule on which nucleophilic substitution takes place. This is your product and this is your leaving nucleophile. If it is 1, the substrate is 2, the product is number 3, and leaving nucleophile is 4, then this point suggests 1, 2, 3, 4 suggests some informations. This reaction suggests that one thing and X is Cl, Br, I, but not F. This is important point. So this reaction suggests that A, attacking nucleophile attacks this carbon, which is reacting carbon center, and leaving atom is also a nucleophile. So this is 4 is nucleophile, 1 is nucleophile. Both are nucleophiles. Both means 1 and 4. Both are nucleophiles. One comes in, and this and 4 goes out. So both are nucleophiles. It means a stronger nucleophile which is 1 replaces the weak nucleophile from the substrate. Second information is the CF bond. The CF bond is very strong. Its bond dissociation enthalpy is very high. Hence, it is not replaced by the attacking nucleophile number 1. So both 1 and 4, both means 1 and 4 are nucleophiles. It means a stronger nucleophile, which is 1, replaces the weak nucleophile, which is 4, from the substrate. Secondly, B, the CF bond is very strong. Its bond dissociation enthalpy is very high. Hence, it is not replaced by the attacking nucleophile. Some examples of alkyl halides are. Some examples of alkyl halides are. Some examples of alkyl halides or haloalkanes are. Simple example number 1. This is methyl bromide. When it reacts with NaOH, aqueous, this is nucleophile part and this is the positive part. This nucleophile replaces, attacks over here, and this goes out. So result is formation of methyl alcohol plus NaBr. Second example, CH3CH2Br plus KOH aqueous gives you, this is nucleophile, this positive charge, this attacks over this carbon and not this carbon, because this carbon is bonded to halogen atom. So product is CH3CH2OH plus KBr. Second, CH3CHCl plus Na This is sodium azide. This is sodium azide part. Sodium azide. Sodium azide, this is party part. So this is the azide. This is the nucleophile. This attacks on this carbon and this goes out. So reaction product is CH3 CH3CH N double bond N, positive charge. This is the negative ion, plus NaCl, plus NaCl. This is isopropyl azide. The name of this is isopropyl azide. The fourth example is a substituted bromo compound. See, this is Br, cyano-containing. It reacts with the NaI. The product is, this is negative, this acts as the nucleophile, this is positive. So this is halogen exchange reaction actually. Halogen exchange reaction. Halogen exchange reaction. This reaction is called Finkelstein reaction, in which iodine replaces the bromine atom. So the reaction product is CH3CHCN. This is Ni plus NaBr. So this is 2-iodo-propane nitrile. 2-iodo-propane nitrile. And this is 2-bromine-propane nitrile. The fifth reaction is if it is CH3 tri-CBr, when it reacts with water, it is boiled with water. Water acts as solvent and nucleophile and neutral nucleophile. Now see the product. Tertiary butyl bromide changes into OH, and this is HBr. This is tertiary butyl bromide, tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol, this is tertiary butyl bromide. Say it is a useful reaction. CH2Br, N-propyl bromide. It reacts with sodium acetylide. This acts as nucleophile. So reaction is CH3 CH2 this is CCH, this is product plus NaBr. So 1 2 3 4 5, so it gives you pentine. If we use the silver acetate, say with seventh example, CH3 CH2Br, when it reacts silver acetate, the reaction is nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is the nucleophile part and this is the cationic part. So reaction product is CH3 CH2O CO CH3 plus AgBr. it gives you the ester. The name of the ester is methyl propanoate. Methyl propanoate. Another example is same substrate when allowed to react with silver cyanide gives you CS3 CS2 N plus AgBr. This is isocyanide, ethyl isocyanide. Ethyl isocyanide. This is silver cyanide, this is covalent compound, and this nitrogen and carbon, it is ambident nucleophile. Cyanide ion is the ambident nucleophile. Its carbon and the nitrogen, both atom acts as the nucleophilic center. So in this case, being a covalent compound, the nitrogen part acts as the nucleophile and it takes part in the reaction. So this is the product. So these are the examples of the nucleophilic substitution reactions in which different nucleophiles replace the halogen atom and give the variety of product. So haloalkanes are important, synthetically important compound, because with the help of this compound a large number of other organic compounds can be synthesized. So alkyl halides or haloalkanes are very important in synthetic organic chemistry. Variety of other compounds are prepared with the help of these compounds. So now see, the second point is type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Type of substitution reaction. Type of substitution reactions, it is important. The type of substitution reaction depends on the attachment of nucleophile with the carbon atom. The type of substitution reaction, it depends on the mode of attack of the nucleophile on the sp3 carbon which contains halogen atom It depends on the mode of attack of nucleophile on the sp3 carbon sp3 carbon which contains a halogen atom, whether nucleophile attacks that carbon directly or indirectly after heterolysis of CX bond. This mode of attack gives the type of substitution reaction. This mode of attack of nucleophile gives you the type of substitution product. If it is react directly, then it is SN2 reaction, or when it reacts indirectly after heterolysis of the CX bond, then substitution reaction becomes SN1. So there are two types of nucleophilic substitution reactions. nucleophilic substitution reactions. Number 1, SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction. When attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of CX bond directly, carbon of CX bond directly, the reaction completes in one step. The reaction completes in one step and is called SN2 reaction. And is called SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction, when attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of CX bond directly, the reaction completes in one step and is called SN2 reaction. One direct means, so this is this carbon, this is X, say it is H and H, and this is the nucleophile. This nucleophile when attacks directly to this one, when this is directly attack, this is directly attack, then we call it SN2 reaction. Or secondly, number 2, this is SN1 reaction. Number 2, SN1 reaction, when attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of CX bond indirectly. So this is indirectly. When attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of CX bond indirectly, the reaction completes in 2 steps. The reaction completes in 2 steps and is called SN1 reaction. And is called SN1 reaction. In 2 steps means, when attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of CX bond indirectly, the reaction completes in 2 steps and is called SN1 reaction. In 2 steps indirectly, so add one thing, this is not proper. When attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of CX bond indirectly, after the heterolysis of CX bond, the reaction completes in 2 steps. The reaction completes in 2 steps and is called SN1 reaction. When attacking nucleophile attacks on the carbon of the CX bond indirectly, after heterolysis of CX bond, the reaction completes in 2 steps and is called SN1 reaction. Now see it, this is halogen atom. Suppose any H or anything you can put here. It first slow hydrolysis of this bond gives you carbocation, and then nucleophile attacks, either this side or from this side. So this is the indirect attack of nucleophile on the sp3 carbon. So this is the indirect attack of nucleophile on the sp3 carbon. So first step, slow hydrolysis, and second step is attack of nucleophile on the resulting carbocation. So it is two-step reaction. So there are two type of reactions, SN1 reactions and SN2 reactions. The next thing is choice of the substrate or the selection of the substrate which undergoes selection of substrate. Selection of substrate for SN2 and SN1 reaction. Selection of the substrate. Substrate means compound on which reaction is taking place. Selection of substrate for SN2 and SN1 reaction. So first I start with the selection for SN2 reaction. Selection for SN2 reaction. The two requirements are necessary. Two requirements are number one, the reacting carbon center. The reacting carbon center where nucleophile attacks should be unhindered. This is important point. Unhindered meaning there is no any steric hindrance, so that nucleophile may reach there safely. And second point, attacking nucleophile should be smaller in size. This is one nucleophile, this is smaller. This is another nucleophile, this is smaller. This is smaller, but this is very large. This nucleophile is very large. So this will create hindrance. So this is large nucleophile, tertiary butoxide. Very large nucleophile. This attack by this does not suit. Attack by this nucleophile does not suit, but these are the smaller. They are suitable for the substrates undergoing SN2 reactions. For example, one thing I add more. The third, the reacting carbon center. The reacting carbon center should bear 2 hydrogen atoms, 2 H atoms, and 1 alkyl group. Smaller. smaller or larger. The reacting carbon center should bear 2 hydrogen atoms and an alkyl group, smaller or larger, but in straight chain. Important point is this. But in straight chain. For example, this methyl bromide. So unhindered, this is position is unhindered. So nucleophile will attack from this side. From back side it will attack. Nucleophile will attack on this carbon from the back side because this carbon is unhindered. Similarly, you can replace one hydrogen by CH3. H and H. This is again unhindered, and nucleophile will go directly without any problem. Similarly, if two hydrogen atoms along with, say it is CH3, CH2, and this carries here bromine. So this is 2 hydrogen atom is bonded. So one is there, other is here. So it is suitable substrate for the SN2 reaction, because this is for SN2, this is for SN2, and this is also for SN2 because it carries 2 hydrogen atom and the alkyl group in straight chain. So in straight chain, it will show or it will undergo SN2 reaction, and these are the suitable substrate for the SN2 reactions. So most important fact is this surface or the area or the reacting carbon center should be unhindered, again unhindered, and the alkyl group, if it is larger, should be unbronzed or should be in straight chain. Substrate for SN1 reaction. Substrate for SN1 reactions. The requirements of substrate for SN1, the requirement of substrate for SN1 reaction is number first, 3-degree alkyl halide. 3-degree alkyl halides undergo SN1 reaction. Second point is 2-degree alkyl halide. 2-degree alkyl halide bonded to 2-degree or 3-degree carbon is undergo SN1 reaction. Third point is 1-degree alkyl halide. 1-degree alkyl halide bonded to 3-degree carbon. 3-degree carbon undergo SN1 reaction. For examples, For examples, 3-degree alkyl halide, say it is 3-degree alkyl halide, CH3, 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 is 3-degree tertiary butyl bromide, tertiary butyl bromide. Now 2-degree alkyl halide with 2 or 3-degree carbon, so it is CH3, Br, CH3, C, CH3, CH3, and this is CH3. So this this is 3-degree alkyl halide. This is 2-degree alkyl halide. 2-degree alkyl halide. But this alkyl halide has 2-degree carbon here. It is bonded to 2-degree carbon. This is important point. Or 3-degree carbon. Make it 3-degree. This is CH3, 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 CHBr. Alkyl halide is 2-degree. This is 2-degree alkyl halide. 2-degree alkyl halide. But this is bonded to 3-degree carbon. 3-degree carbon. So it will show SN1 reaction. This is for SN1. This is for SN1. This is for SN1. One more category is 1-degree alkyl halide. So this is 1-degree alkyl halide. CH2, Br or Cl, neopentyl chloride. This is 1-degree alkyl halide. 1-degree alkyl halide, and it carries, this carbon carries 3-degree carbon. So this also undergo SN1 reaction. So this is for SN1 reaction. So these are the important points for the substrate undergoing SN1 reactions. In addition to these examples, other compounds are also available which do not fall any category but undergo SN1 reaction. Some other compounds. I will tell you later on why these compounds are undergoing SN1 reaction. I will tell you in detail what is the reason behind it, but not today. Other compounds such as benzyl chloride, allyl chloride, etc. undergo SN1 reaction because they produce readily carbocation intermediate. Carbocation intermediate immediately. So this is the requirement for the formation of intermediate carbocations such as benzyl chloride, allyl chloride, etc. undergo SN1 reaction because they produce carbocation intermediate immediately in the solution. So you know the benzyl chloride. This is benzyl chloride, allyl chloride, CH2 double bond CH, CH2Cl, and one more is like that conjugated. If this is like that, this also show the SN1 reaction. When I will teach about the mechanism of SN1 reaction, then I will discuss in detail what is reason why these compounds undergo SN1 reaction. The reason is very simple, because they produce the carbocation intermediate very readily in this reaction. So this is sufficient for today. I hope you will like it and share and subscribe it respectively. Thank you all.